Very good morning, dear students of class 9th. I welcome you all again to this Social Science 2 class of this week. Now, children, before moving further, again, like we do, let us take a quick recapitulation of the previous topics which are discussed in this chapter in the previous class. The topics which we discussed in the previous class were: number one, what is drainage? Then what is drainage basin, where we saw that the area which is drained by a particular river is known as drainage basin. Then water divide, any elevated area or a mountain which separates two drainage basin is known as a water divide or watershed. Then we saw what is a river system. A river along with its tributaries may be called a river system. Simple river which is studied along with its tributaries is known as river system. Then children, we discussed the drainage pattern, where we saw different patterns: radial, dendritic, trellis and rectangular pattern. After that, children, we saw that two important river systems of India. I told you to look at the map of India, and then the half of the Indian subcontinent is drained by Himalayan rivers, while the southern part is drained by peninsular rivers. So the two important drainage system of India are Himalayan river system and peninsular river system. Now, after Himalayan river system, where we saw three very important rivers in this: river Ganga and river Brahmaputra, and we saw their origin and where they do meet. Now we will look at the peninsular rivers, the peninsular part of India, which is drained by peninsular rivers. Children, the peninsular rivers has five very important rivers. Two rivers out of whole southern India which drain into the Arabian Sea, which are Narmada and Tapi, whereas the other three important rivers are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, and yes, one of course, Kaveri. So in total 6 rivers which form the complete river system known as peninsular river system. The superior water divide in peninsular India, the bigger water divide, again trace back the meaning which we discussed in the first class. What is a water divide? Any upland or high mountain which divides two drainage basin. So here the biggest water divide in peninsular India is Western Ghats. So the Western Ghats are not letting these river systems meet. Their drainage basin are entirely different. One side the drainage basin is of Narmada and Tapi, while on the other side of the Western Ghats we have Mahanadi, Krishna, Godavari and Kaveri. So out of these, the rivers which drain into the Bay of Bengal are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, whereas Tapi and Narmada are the only two rivers which flow westwards and drain into the Arabian Sea, and they make westwards features like estuaries. Children, estuaries and deltas are the two important terms which you need to know about. Now, in peninsular India, peninsular drainage system, we have two sets of drainage basin which is being divided by the Western Ghats. On one side, the two rivers which are draining in the Arabian Sea are Narmada and Tapi, while after the Western Ghats, the other four rivers are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. So, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri are draining into Bay of Bengal, and we all know Bay of Bengal is rich in deltas. So these four rivers make delta, while these two rivers, Narmada and Tapi, make estuaries. The major and basic difference between estuary and delta is, children, estuary is the water when river water meets the ocean water, where fresh water meets the ocean water, that meeting point is known as estuary, whereas the deltas are formed by the accumulation of the silt deposited by the branches or the tributaries of the river at the mouth of the river before meeting the sea. So the total sediments, the accumulation which is brought by the distributaries of a river have been deposited at the mouth of the river before meeting the sea. This land formation is known as delta. So these four rivers make delta, whereas Narmada and Tapi make estuaries. Now children, apart from river system, there are other water bodies which make an important drainage system of India, which is a lake. Lake is a considerable island body of water. Island body of water, where we say an island is a land which is surrounded by water from all the sides. Now lake is the body of water which is surrounded by land on all the sides. So island body of water. Island body of water is also known as lake. It can be defined as a pool in large scale. A big pool, depression which is filled by water is simply known as lake. Now, after discussing lake and peninsular rivers in this chapter, now we have to study the role of the rivers in building our economy. Children, our economy, thus does Indian economy holds any weightage in relation to the rivers of our country? Of course, very much. Water from the rivers is a basic natural resource, children, which is essential for various human activities. The river banks have attracted large population. Since the ancient time, we know that the major civilizations were always found near the banks of the river. Therefore, rivers hold lot of attraction level in calling people for their civilization. So human activities are much found on the banks of the river. So most of them are developed cities. Therefore, using river water for irrigation, navigation, generation of hydropower is also very important these days. All these things are making country beneficial in terms of economic growth. If we will have a lot of irrigation, then India is going to produce good production of crops. If we are making a lot of power, hydropower from the rivers, then also we will be developing, isn't it? Navigation, when trade and transportation will take place. So in all these ways, India is going to develop in terms of economic level. Therefore, particularly to a country like India, where agriculture is the most important source of livelihood for majority of the population, river plays a very important role in the economy. So we can conclude that in India, river water holds a great importance in building the rise or making economy further develop. So rivers play a very important role in this. Then, if rivers are there, obviously children, pollution has to be there. So, what happens to river water actually? River pollution is a major concern for our country. Factory waste, then sewage contamination, all these effluents are being discharged in the river water. In result, people face difficulties. When industries are going to discharge their toxic effluents from their pipes through their sewage lines, and the dirty water is contaminating the fresh river water, then people are dumping their waste, people are washing and bathing in the river water. So all these things, children, are contaminating our river water. So sewage water from different societies, houses, all these sewage water, if they are not treated, they are meeting the fresh river water, and we are drinking river water through our different connections. So what happens? People will face different diseases, children, like diarrhea, cholera, etc. Now river Yamuna has turned into black. Why, children? Because it is highly contaminated with pollution, and polluted things have secreted their dirt, and it has mixed with the water so well that the river water of Yamuna is turning out to be black. So we should prevent pollution, as water is the source without which life is not possible. Children, we should see to it that our natural resources are not being harmed. Then only we are going to have that sustainable development. Remember, bringing in today's use and saving it for future also. So we should see that our natural resources are not being exploited, and we should not put any harm to these natural resources. With this, children, we come to an end to the chapter, whereas I have attached a copy of questions and answers in which you are going to write all the questions and answers in your copies, no matter it is long, no matter it is short, but you have to complete all the questions and answers in the copies. And children, please learn the chapter, learn the previous work which we have done, so that it is easy for you to go through chapter by chapter in a serial order. Don't keep it for the last time. Start learning, and then if you face any problem, all the teachers are there to help you out. So that's all for today's class, children. Thank you so much and have a nice day.